Adventures right around the bend, and the world's got wonders to spare. Prehistoric lore to restore and befriend. So get out there, go if you dare. If you dig enough, you'll see there is power all that time. Wondrous and thunderous creatures to breed. Hit the road and Vivasaur. It's your moment to shine.
You have defeated... Yeah, we didn't just defeat him. We wiped him off the face of the planet. We sure did. And now it's the title screen music. It's finally over, Cottonmouth. I knew the good doctor wouldn't go down without one last fight, but all his plans were thwarted thanks to you. That was amazing. It was like watching two atoms smashing into each other in a large particle collider. Goodness me, I'm so excited I can't even see my own monitor. I think I may begin to cry. Yeah, you go ahead and do that. Come, my young friend, let's go home. Yes, sir. So yeah, it's over. It's like nature itself has come out to celebrate. And I feel so much better after the good cry I had earlier. The world owes you a debt it cannot possibly repay, Cottonmouth. I don't think we'll ever have to worry about the BR Brigade again. You should probably getting back to the fossil park. Most disappointing ending ever. I am not kidding. Seriously, that was disappointing. Fossil Fighters Champions, we had a parade. We had the promise of a Cagliostro Super Cup. We had... There was an ending there after the defeat of Zonga Zonga. There was an escape from his crumbling castle. Just... Oh my god. And that's... I'm not even going to get into what Fossil Fighters had. The original game, we saved the world from being eaten by a giant space tadpole, and then we had our partner get turned to stone. We had the Dig-a-Dig chieftain come up in the nick of time to save them from the brink of, well, not death, but whatever. And then we had a little bit of romance at the very end. Just nothing can top the ending of the original Fossil Fighters game. That remains the best ending to any Fossil Fighters game. But this was so disappointing. Just, oh, we defeated Dr. Blackraven, let's go home. Seriously? Seriously. Okay. Onto the game itself. I think this game was, all things considered, this game was just as good as the previous two. The graphics were awesome. I loved all the new mechanics they introduced into the game. Just, it made the game feel so refreshing, so much different from the other two. Did I mention the graphics? Graphics were great. The music was really good. I really like the music in this game. Not just the battle themes, but the area, the dig site themes. They were really good as well. But yeah, after... Was that all the credits had to offer? I'm not done talking about the game. Anyway, Elric has something to say. It's finally over. It looks as if I was right in choosing you, Cottonmouth. I know you should probably just leave without saying anything else. But I think I'll stay in this era a little while longer. I've had a lot of fun here, you know, and more importantly... Well, you're here, Cottonmouth. And they don't... they don't even explain who Elric is. Just, come on. Really? 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 Come on. The ending kind of ruined the game. This would have been probably even better than the first two games if it weren't for this absolutely disappointing ending. I can't say enough bad things about it. Just, I'm... Come on. Do better with the next Fossil Fighters game. Okay, anyway, I'm just going to sit here and talk about, I'm going to talk about the game a little while longer. So yeah, in comparison to the first two games, it was about the same. Music-wise, I think it was probably the best. Actually, no. Actually, I take that back. It's tied for music. All three games have equally awesome soundtracks. Graphics-wise, it wins by a landslide. That's obvious. Dig sites, definitely a lot better. It wins there as well. With the whole driving around mechanic, the dig sites got a lot more expansive, a lot more graphically beautiful. Like, there's so much more going on in those dig sites. Yeah, it's definitely really cool. Vivisor-wise, I'm disappointed. Even less Vivisors than in the original game, but we got some pretty cool redesigns, especially Xeno and Quadalus are probably two of the most impressive. Plot-wise, it loses to the original Fossil Fighters. In terms of battling mechanics, I think it's tied, because each game has its own unique set of mechanics that makes it feel like kind of a breath of fresh air. Like, it makes it feel a lot different from the original game, because in the original game, you had 3 Vivisors out on the field. You had the attack zone, the support zone, and the escape zone. You could switch between. You can bring Vivisors into the attack zone. You had these support effects going on. It was just a 3-on-3 match. Fossil Fighters Champions, you got the inclusion of rotating your team, taking on different formations, being able to attack at optimal range. And in this game, it introduces quite a few. Like, you can only take one Vivisor into battle, but you have 2 other people to back you up. It also introduces stances, the loss of support effects, but you gain support shots to use in battle. That was pretty cool. But, yes. Is that all? Oh, characters. Definitely not as memorable as the characters from Fossil Fighters and Fossil Fighters Champions. Like, in Fossil Fighters, Dr. Diggins is pretty iconic. I liked him. Sorehead was pretty awesome. Duna, easily my favorite character. She was just great. I really liked her as a main character. I also liked her as a potential love interest. And how she fueled the whole alien part of the plot. Oh, and how could I forget the BB Bandits? Like, they're so Team Rocket. I just can't help but love them for that. Vivian, Snivels, and Rex. Fossil Fighters Champions, we got Professor Scatterly. Who doesn't love Professor Scatterly? Professor Scatterly, he was a gem. I really liked Scatterly. He had no equal. Yeah, easily best character in that game. Joe Wild West is pretty cool. I kind of liked Rupert a little bit. Todd was just no. I hated Todd. Todd, no, absolutely not. But the BB Brigade, they were pretty cool. They were awesome villains. I thought really cool villains. Not overly threatening, but they were a perfect mix of danger and humor, in my opinion. Definitely really good bad guys. Don Boneyard was awesome too. I liked his theme. Everything about him was just super cool, super creepy. And then this game, let me think. This game had a pretty neat cast of characters. I just feel they weren't as memorable as the others. Dahlia and Lien probably stand out to me the most. They had a little bit more character development than the others. Just Penny, she was completely useless. She had no significance whatsoever other than that ancient eel thing. Roland was pretty funny at the beginning, I guess, even though I do feel he's kind of like a really fat version of Todd. Nate was just the worst, and I can't believe they'd even consider a character like him to be put into this game, or any game, rather. Chiren, he was okay. I enjoyed him mostly not as a character, but as how he resembled Chiren from Pokemon Black and White. That was the main selling point there. Sydney, you may remember, is the Australian guy who made maybe one appearance in the entire game. Don't know why they bothered adding him in. I would have liked to see him make more appearances. Stryker, meh. Professor Little, meh. I didn't really like either of them. Liu Ren, he wasn't, just no. Becky, she was kind of weak as well. I like Sean mostly because he was the flying smile kid, and the whole history with the Luchasaur. I like that about him, how he seemed kind of boring at first, but then he got into his whole backstory there. How he was once a Mexican wrestler. Drake and Violet, I really liked them. Drake for his personality, and Violet just because she's completely hopeless. She's not really good at what she does, but I found her funny because of that. Anyone else? Oh yeah, the villains. Yes. Dr. Blackraven, he was a pretty cool villain. I liked him. It's not like a Fossil Fighters game to have like a regular human being as the main villain. Like, I suppose we had Bulwart as the Fossil Fighters bad guy, but then again, he wasn't the main villain. It was Dynal and Ganesh. They drove the plot. I mean, Bulwart, he was just being used by the Denorians, and the Denorians, they were forced into action by Ganesh. So Dynal and Ganesh, they were like the main villains there. And then in the second game, obviously there was Zonga Zonga, the wizard, the witch doctor, him. So it's interesting to have just a regular human being as the main villain here. As for Olga Stroganoff and Kowloon, meh. I like the way they looked. They definitely looked like pretty cool villains. Just their characters, they didn't really appeal to me. Anything else I want to talk about this game? I don't think so. So yeah, all in all, this game, it's probably, in comparison to the other game, it's about equal. It's equal. I mean, it wins on some, wins in some areas, loses in other areas. But all in all, if you add it all up, then I think this game was just as fun as the other two. That's my final verdict. What did you think of this game, viewers? I'm really curious. I know a lot of you don't leave comments. I know a lot of you don't watch these videos in general, but I really would like to know what you thought of this game. Even if you don't play it yourself, even if you just watched the playthrough, or heck, even if you just watched this episode, what did you think? I want to know. Like, what's your opinion on Fossil Fighters Frontier? Yeah, anyway, I have talked long enough. We have been on this screen for several minutes. I want to mosey things along here before I call it quits. So yeah, several days later, after the defeat of Dr. Blackraven, with the fight behind us, everyone's finally starting to settle down and relax a bit. When you consider they just got done saving the entire world, I suppose you can't blame them for having been a little excited. Indeed. Still, no one surprised me as much as you. Without you and Kevin, Dr. Baron von Blackraven might have fulfilled his mad ambitions. And I shudder to think of a world with that madman in charge. You two are the heroes who saved us all. Thank you, Captain. Still, your work as a warden has only just begun, you know. Even now, new problems are sprouting up all across the globe. I almost can't keep track of them all, so I've decided that you will keep working directly for me. I need you to help protect the world's fossil fighters and Vivisaurs. Cottonmouth and Kevin, I'm counting on you both. We won't let you down, not at all. 65 warden points for saving the world. Only 65? Come on. Rank 16. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, there's something I want to make note of. There are actually two things I want to make note of. Both of which I discovered you can do at the end of the game. First of all, talk to Lien over here. It's been quite the ride, hasn't it, rookie? Still, you impressed me, and I'm not easily impressed. Oh, I know. I've always been a lone wolf who played by his own rules. No partners for this guy. But you showed me that teaming up for fossil battles can actually be fun. So that makes 1 point for you, I guess. But now every time I see your mug, I get this itch I just can't scratch. I want to test the limits of my potential. I want to battle you with a Vivisaur I've never used before. What do you say, rookie? Do you have the sand? My Quadalus will drive you into early retirement with its fast tornado attack. So I totally understand if you chicken out. I mean, most people would. I have the sand, whatever that means. I expected no less, rookie. Our battle will take place in the Fossil Stadium. Come back when you're ready. And that means immediately, it's Zenodius versus Quadulus. How do you think this battle is? You know what? Just to make things interesting. Just to make things interesting. Let's go with Quadulus versus Quadulus. Aztec God versus Aztec God. I've been waiting, rookie. Only one of us is going to get that promotion, and it's going to be me. Now come at me. He's got his rage face on. Quadulus versus Quadulus. I'm obviously higher level than this guy. Let me just check here. Solar power activated. You're totally screwed. I've got mine at rank 30. He's got his at rank 22. Middle Spear, Vast Tornado, and Wing Blaster. I have Middle Spear, Vast Tornado, Wing Blaster, and Beam Finisher. Wing Blaster. I would have paid for a critical hit there. You idiot. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind, you idiot. You are an idiot. Lien, you're smarter than this. Not a hard fight. Not hard at all. Anyway, once you beat Lien there... Dang, I lost. I'm never going to hear the end of this. You get more interesting by the minute, rookie. You know that? That's why I can't help trying to beat you. No matter what happens, you're always going to be my rival. We'll keep pushing each other to new and better heights. Just a pair of lone wolves howling at the moon. You're cool with that, right? You know it. And he becomes your Super Paleo Pal. He becomes able to use Quadulus in battle. That's really cool. I definitely like that. Unfortunately, he still has the same FP recharge as before, which sucks. You better be ready for our next battle, rookie. I'll see you at the donut shop sometime. Okay, yeah, Super Paleo Pals. You become able to do that after you beat the game for the first time. Also, I should know that there are a lot of other Paleo Pals you can acquire. I think by like doing stuff around the various fossil parks. Anyway, speaking of which, I want to do one more thing in Fossil Park Europe. There is a new Paleo Pal awaiting us in the front lobby. And she is right over yonder. You recognize this woman? I think you do. Oh. Hello, Cottonmouth. Have you come to laugh at Olga Stroganoff? Well, you are being too late. I went to local policemen and confessed to many terrible crimes, yes? But because Dr. Blackraven made with the washbraining of me, I was set free. Still, I am not, how you say, leaping for pleasure. Washbraining is no excuse. I have done many terrible things. I hurt many people and now am without job or sense of purpose. Perhaps I'll go back to Motherland and take employment in local cabbage factory. So you got two options here. You can say, yeah, go ahead, join the local cabbage factory. I'm cool with that. Or, why don't you join the Wardens? What? You think I should become Warden? Perhaps you were on the something. If I were to become Warden, I could dedicate life to helping many people. Okay, it is settled. I will become Warden. I owe you great debt, Cottonmouth. Now I am knowing what it is I should be doing with life, yes? First you cure me of vile washbraining, and now you show compassion in time of greatest need. I owe you 2 debts, Cottonmouth. It's nothing. I will do everything in my power to become Warden, yes? But I also must make request of you. Can you find a room in Big Heart to let Olga be Paleo Pal? I could be learning many fine things at your side. Oh, such gratefulness. and Olga Stroganoff, the woman that you have been fighting as part of the BR Brigade this entire game, will join you with a rank 24 Gorgostroika, an ex-BR Brigade member who's actually quite kind. She has LP recovery and critical up. Yeah, she's got her own unique kind of niche in battle, I guess you could say. Yeah, that's done. There are other Paleo Pals waiting for you across the fossil parks. I don't know who they all are, of course, because I haven't got around to recruiting them yet. But yes, this has been Fossil Fighters Frontier. I've had a lot of fun with this. Just as much fun as with Fossil Fighters and Fossil Fighters Champions. I think I made that pretty clear earlier when I was talking about how this game was just as good as the other two. Okay, so yeah, I'm off for the week, so I might have time to go ahead and do another recording session this week. I might actually have time to continue Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and I'm really looking forward to that. Yes, going back to slaying monsters. That's going to be fun. And then after Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna say Pokemon Black. Pokemon Black for now. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, then Pokemon Black, because Pokemon Black is my favorite Pokemon game, and it would be a right shame if I left that off of my YouTube channel. So yes, anyway, this has been Cottonmouth255, the Spore Serpent. Farewell and many great goodbyes, viewers. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I have over 200 subscribers right now, and I have to say you guys are the absolute best. I really, really appreciate it. So yes, this is farewell, and I will be seeing you again soon with more of my Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate playthrough. Yes, see you later. Have a good day, and most importantly of all, happy digging.